Hello one, hello all. It is episode 44, season 2 of Fab Life with Lauren and Lee. I'm looking direct to myself on the screen and into camera. Feeling like I'm Lee Peart right now. We have a guest this week, everyone. Welcome, Christopher Hall.
Well, I was thinking this on the way there. Do you go by Chris Hall or Christopher Hall or either?
Either, really. I think Chris is what it gets abbreviated to 9 times out of 10. Christopher's quite often
I went
mother.
full Instagram name.
Yeah.
That's why I went Christopher.
I always like starting at Christopher and then it can...
Yeah.
Then you can modify it. Whereas if you just go in with Chris, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
You'd be a Chrissy by the end of the night.
Oh, well,
I think you'd see that.
I love that. Opportunities are endless.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to have you here. We love
Thank
having
you.
a guest. We've got ourselves a little gin and tin.
Cheers,
Cheers.
team.
Not well.
Cheers.
Cheers. And
It's so awkward. You're like,
Jim is just like...
whatever.
Just...
He's taking the piss out of me because we were setting up some shots earlier, and I apparently did a bit of a shimmy. I didn't even know I did it.
No, well, it was very natural. It was
Yeah.
very
It
natural,
was the moment.
organic.
Yeah.
If you don't know Chris, our condolences. You should know him. Chris is you're a dancer.
I'm a dancer.
You're a dancer. Do you sing as well?
I've been known to.
Oh, well, I've been known to, but it doesn't mean I'm a singer. We'll
karaoke.
talk about that. Last time I saw you.
Oh no.
And you are you're a TikToker. Do you like being called a TikToker, or?
So
Because I would call you a comedian.
Yeah, I think actually had this conversation today.
Oh.
I think
Fantastic.
I actually use TikTok a lot, but I wouldn't say I'm a TikToker.
No.
Compared to the TikTokers that are
You
Yeah,
think about
actually,
the
that's
pranks,
so true.
don't you,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a TikToker. don't-
Yeah.
So Chris does, and you check him out. I'm sure you will afterwards. Hilarious sketches online.
Yeah.
And yeah, TikTok is just one of the platforms, I
I
suppose,
use it, yeah.
that you use. But on Instagram as well. Do you put them anywhere else?
I've started putting them on YouTube, but
Have you?
On
Like
shorts.
shorts.
in shorts, yeah. But if they really
Tag you.
are not that it's all about the numbers, views or whatever.
Yeah.
But the sort of like 3, 4, 5 views does get a bit a little. You kind of think maybe
Yeah.
I just don't need to be doing this.
It can be
on
that.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I've done it with stand-up videos before where you're like, this is gonna go viral. And you're like, oh my God. And then you're like refreshing and you're like, oh, it's not refreshed. The views.
Must
It's
not have
still on.
uploaded.
Yeah.
It's still on 6.
I'll sleep on it. I'll sleep on it, guys.
It's YouTube down. YouTube's down.
Something's gone wrong. You're emailing them.
Yeah.
My views are not being updated. Oh, they are updated.
Yeah.
Okay, they're just
By the second.
The video's just a bit shit.
Well, my friend sent me a video because it was lockdown. You got big, wasn't it, with
Yeah.
your followers and stuff? It was the WhatsApp ones you used to do,
Oh,
the voice
what's that?
notes.
Yeah.
Hilarious, because it was literally like me and my friend Katie talking to each other. You're like, this is us.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It was so true to real life. So
That's what I
Well
love. I love
done.
when the comments I like the most, I think, are when people go like, "Oh my God, this is me," or "This is us."
Yeah.
Or like, "This is me and my friends." I think
Yeah.
that's like the nicest.
it was the jacket. There was a jacket one, and you were coming outside, and you were like, "I've got the wrong jacket on."
Oh, yeah.
And then you talk for about 2 minutes about the jacket, and then you're like, "Anyway, what was the voice note?" And you were about, "That is me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll ring you up and then I'll just be like, "Oh, someone just nearly crashed on a bike," and and I'll just go off, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, "Why was I voice noting you?" I just felt you were me in that one video.
Yeah, no. So, well, I want to go back. Let's go back to the days gone by of before
Yeah.
you started doing sketches. You must have always been a funny guy.
Thank you, Lee.
No, but like, when
yeah,
did
always
you-
been funny. Yeah, or tried to be, or tried to make people laugh.
You're very good at accents. He's very good at accents. 'Cause I'm
really?
terrible at accents. No, he's very good at accents.
Oh my God, love accents. Let's get him
I
involved.
also picked them up very quick.
Yeah.
Are you good
been
at like
around YouTube.
impressions? Yeah, of
Yeah,
people.
I used to do impressions all the time.
Yeah.
Do you remember Alistair McGowan's big impression?
Mm-hmm.
That was
something of our
Bible.
generation. Yeah.
So that was Friday night, and then I'd be able to come in on Monday, memorized,
Had them down.
all the material, and in the style of. And then impressions are just not something I've done for a long
They're
time.
not really a thing anymore either,
No,
are
but
they?
maybe we bring them back.
Let's do it.
God.
My brother's really good at them. Like when we were away, we went on a little family do at the weekend. Hi guys, if you follow me on Insta, you would have seen all my stories. But Dolly D pin up. Hi.
Yeah.
Plug myself. What?
Oh, Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the weekend
was
where
in
you
Berlin.
plugged yourself. Yeah, it was in Berlin. You had the true Berlin experience.
Yeah.
You plugged yourself.
So I took my 8-year-old dad to Bergheim.
Yeah.
Couple of plugs. We had a great time. No. I went to Berlin. My dad was 80. He's an old
Lovely.
dad. And we jumped out.
He's an old
dad. That wasn't what we were going to say, but now you've
He's an
said
old
it. He's an old dad, all
He's
right.
an old dad, yeah.
Are you doing that thing where you're owning it before someone else says it? So have you had people go 80? Oh, that's old for a
In
dad. And
school,
you're now
it'd be
going,
like-
he's an old dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, in school there was one other guy, Simon Dootson, and his mum and dad were older. And I remember being in the queue for our, mash and beans, whatever you got in high school. It was always smash as well. It was really shit. And we were on about parents even or something, and someone was like, "Oh yeah, because your dad's dead old, isn't he?" And you're like,
Did that
"Oh."
hit
Excuse
hard?
you.
But I was next to Simon Dootson and his mum and dad. He had mum and dad older,
Oh, right.
and we were like, "That's fine. You know
Yeah,
what?
we
We're gonna
get it.
own it. We're gonna
Yeah.
own it." I was in Iceland with him once, and this woman went, "Well, if you're really good, maybe your granddad will buy you it. There's sweets by the."
Oh, and it was your dad.
But luckily, my dad just started laughing his head
Yeah,
off.
you have to.
She was,
Embarrassed.
yeah,
She
was
said she
being-
should.
She
And
was
fired,
like, "Oh,
hopefully.
yeah." It was only Iceland. I
Yeah.
don't think it's known for its customer service, is it? What was I going to say? Yeah, I was away at the weekend. Tange brought it back.
Yes.
Very good. We do a lot of tangents, and we can't remember where we were.
She calls them Tange. She
Yeah.
abbreviates a lot.
I'm really annoying. My brother can just do impressions like you, straight off. It's so weird how people can do that. He'll watch
I
one on the
can't.
telly and he'll get the intonation and
Yeah.
everything. Are you
I've
do
like
you
doing
get obsessive with watching stuff over and over as well?
Yeah, I can do. But also a lot of my impressions, because I used to be able to do all my teachers and stuff, and I'd have
Yeah.
this a certain geography teacher. Or
Were
a
you
certain
the class
whatever teacher,
clown?
Yeah,
Great.
or a certain
love it.
person, and then people would be like, "Oh, do me," or "Do that person."
Yeah.
And I have to say, the impressions, I don't choose them; they choose me.
Yeah, they do.
So
That's stunning.
you
that.
can do, I can do some perfectly, and it'll be literally
Yeah.
hearing someone talk, and I'll just talk back as them, and then be like, "Oh,
Really?
do Mrs. Watson." I can't just do Mrs. Watson.
Yeah, and then the magic's
But
broken.
Also,
not-
she's
she
just not
didn't
your
get
type. You know
also,
what I mean?
some people ask for an impression of someone who's just got a very normal voice,
Mm.
Yeah.
and you go like, "Well, but yeah, I'll
Yeah,
do it, but
whatever.
it's not that much to
Yeah.
to give you."
Oh my God, who's your best celeb impression then?
See, as I said, I haven't done them that much. I'm trying to work on a
Out the
Lisa
loop.
Rinna. Do you know Lisa Rinna from Housewives?
I know of her, but I
Which
wouldn't know
one-
her
which
voice.
one?
She's got the
She's
short
the main one.
hair, short brown hair.
Oh no, I'm
no.
not very good at.
No, I'm
Housewives.
terrible. Denise Welsh the other day was talking. She went, "So and so's been fired from Housewives," and I went, "I don't watch it." She went, "Oh God, you're the worst gay ever."
Oh,
He doesn't even watch Drag Race.
workplace.
Very stereotypical.
Yeah.
I was like,
Gay
"Sorry,
ever.
I don't."
Yeah.
I was like, she was like, "Oh God," and then because we both know
In the horror.
She was
Oh.
horrified because she just loves it. She's, "Oh God, calls yourself a gay."
We can't hang out anymore. Lisa Rinna. Okay,
Yeah.
well, work on that.
But that is it's an art form that I have, I guess, neglected. But I feel like in the Alistair McGowan days, it was like Ruby Wax.
Yeah, you'd
like
end up
that
there.
was like top.
Who else did he used to
all
do
the
a
Big
lot?
Brother, loads of people from Big
Yeah.
Brother. I feel that it was Ronnie Ancona. She used to do like a good Davina.
She was great. wasn't she,
Yeah.
Lily Ancona. Where's she? See, it's just died a death, the old impressions. Let's bring it back.
I think
It's on your
should.
shoulders for 2023,
Oh
Chris.
my god. Okay.
That's your New Year's resolution.
Yeah. What can you do? Can you do any impressions?
Well, I can do a couple.
we go.
I know.
Well, I can. I always thought I did a good McGonagall.
Oh, you do.
Yeah, you do a good
Your
McGonagall.
impression. Your character. Lee's very good at
The
characters.
characters, yeah.
He embodies them.
Yeah.
They are supposed to be out of bed, you blithering idiot.
Yeah. Perfect. Brilliant.
And
Any Maggie.
Any Maggie, I would
Maggie
say.
in any
I can
form.
do Maggie Smith,
Yeah.
and I can also do Maggie Thatcher.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah, we'll pass on that one.
Not as popular. Not as popular.
be persuaded to lose the hat, but the pearls are absolutely non-negotiable. I say to the right honourable gentleman, you turn if you want to. The lady is not for turning.
Oh, it's
I didn't know she
fabulous.
was Jamaican when.
Travel a
Do
lot.
you know what I also love about Lee's characters / impression
Yeah.
is that
What?
they're spot on, right? And he goes, here's the first line of it, and here's the second line, and he gets the round of applause, and then he gets the next bit.
I do an encore.
And then he gets, and then
he
he
just
gets
keeps
the laugh,
going.
and everyone's like, "That's brilliant! That's spot on, brilliant!" And he's got another 2 lines of the monologue,
So you can stop now.
It's like,
Do
and
the
then
funny bit.
he might even stand up and
Yeah,
do some
yeah.
more. What's
Do the full scene.
the lawyer when you sent a voice note as a lawyer?
oh yeah.
Have you told that story on the pod?
I can't remember. I can't.
Well, I
even
remember, was this the video that went viral and it was on like Radio 1 and stuff?
Where I basically was saying I would have loved to have been a barrister
Yeah.
because I wanted to stand up in court and say, I say to the right honourable, why am I saying right honourable gentleman? I'm merging my impressions. I say you're a liar. I put it to you that you're a liar and a cheat. My client is innocent. You know, I really wanted to go for it. And then I carried on, but I forgot what it was.
No, yeah, but then like you'd.
It was
Now I'm on the
impressive,
spot.
the big words.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, leave me alone.
the best things about Lee's impressions are they're all kind of in the same vein. You know,
Yeah,
like when
yeah.
you go to do accents, you go to like the same place a little bit sometimes. Like
Voldemort
is
Maggie.
Maggie.
Well, they are the same people.
Authoritative, very direct.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, the boy who lived, come to die.
You can stop now. Oh yeah, you've got to do that noise, haven't you?
Yeah.
Um,
So I think that was actually quite different from McGonagall. And it's quite
yeah,
Thatcher though.
Thatcher,
sorry.
yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes it's like
when you've seen the
The
Thatcher
lady is
lot
not returning.
This is episode 44. We've seen it.
of season 2, yeah. I think people could do impressions of Lee doing impressions now. You know, they
yeah.
rewatched it. Did that like you have a remote for YouTube.
Well, I'm not the guest. Okay. I feel like so let's talk about Chris. So, you trained as a dancer.
Yeah.
You two are dancers.
Dancers.
Babe.
What's your favourite dance moves?
That's
What's
like
your
a
favourite
question-
point? 1,
That's
2,
like-
3, or 4?
That's like a question, like, that's like your auntie at Christmas being, show us you dancing.
Oh my
Show us
God,
you dancing,
yeah.
Chris. And you'd be like,
Oh
no, leave me
God,
alone.
get
Show us
lost.
I've paid for all these dance classes.
Come
Show
on,
us you dancing.
Come on, just show her. Show her what
I
you
used
do.
to have to, when I was little, go like next door neighbours and put my tap shoes on and do my tap routine in the kitchen for everyone. I mean, I obviously did it.
Oh, yeah, smash
But
it.
I-
And what a
No, I
lovely
tell.
sound it used to make.
Yeah, on the tiles.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, lovely. Oh, if they had lino, that was quite nice as
Yeah.
well. You didn't fall on lino either. But yeah, got
Yeah,
to
tiles
like the
would be quite
fourth
slippy.
part. Yeah. Also, you're going to scratch the hell out of them, but they didn't care all these mums when they'd had a drink, you know. Yeah, so what you know, like what got you into performing when you were a youngster?
Just, I think, whenever, honestly, since I was born, but from being young, whenever there was music,
You were doing
I
jazz
was
hands
dancing.
out the
I
womb.
was moving around and doing something.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely wasn't kicking a football. I was definitely dancing.
Jazz handing.
Yeah. So I went. What's nice is that I was taken to a dance class when I was like 4,
Oh, great.
So
yeah.
that was
Start
quite nice,
young. Yeah.
getting me young. And then I didn't dance until again I was about maybe 8 or 9. Picked it up again. Stopped in secondary school because I got a bit of a
Wasn't cool.
it wasn't very cool. But then
Oh.
started again when I was about 15.
Did you get bullied?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you?
What did they
Yeah.
call you?
Oh well, you
Also-
can guess. Oh,
Yeah.
Just trying to make you cry so we can
Dancey
clip,
boy.
we can clip it.
Yeah.
I cried once in the pod.
Clickbait.
It got clipped a million
Oh my
times.
god.
Comedian Chris Hall breaks down in tears.
Shows real self.
Yeah.
Come on, tell us what they called you.
Oh,
Mail online.
gay or something. I wish you could go back as this adult.
Yeah.
Oh,
Into your
I'm
12-year-old
desperate.
body and
Me
just be like,
too.
gay, and you'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, and I also want to go back.
So
and
much fun.
Say some stuff to the teachers.
Oh, yeah.
Although I was quite bullshit to the teachers because when I became head boy, the power went to my head. So I felt.
I'm sure.
Never give him like a title.
No, it's true.
But you ruled the school.
I don't know. I did. I was like Cersei. I was literally like, do not.
Do you, Cersei?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you need a
what's-
wine.
go on. Does she talk?
for the listeners.
I just,
Sorry.
I've just,
For the
I've just
listeners.
literally realised.
No, you keep doing it. I'll describe it.
Okay, okay.
Most of the people,
know, right.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just
listen,
thought
don't
afterwards.
For the
Oh
listeners.
God, this is a podcast, and I'm just.
Sorry,
been
me and
silent.
Lauren will describe it.
Yeah.
So Leah's grasped his gin and tonic, which I think he's trying to make us envision a goblet of red wine.
A goblet, yeah. And he's, yeah.
Sip it. He's looking out over the
He's
kingdom.
doing his little pout.
There's definitely something going on behind the eyes for sure, and there's a slight little bobble in the head,
Yeah, Bobo.
like a silent laugh, and that was.
She's
Yeah.
just blown up the crypt.
Oh, I was gonna say. She's either thinking about that or thinking about shagging a brother. One of the two.
Just for context, she has just blown up.
Yeah.
Blown
She
up
doesn't
the
talk
crypt.
much. Sure.
Not the crypt, the sept.
Yeah.
Very different. Crypt's downstairs. Sept is not.
Upstairs.
Anyway.
I actually didn't know that. Thanks.
No.
Yeah. So you danced. You went
Danced.
to Lane.
Went to Lane Theatre Arts.
I bet there's a few listeners
Yeah, maybe.
that went to Lane because obviously
we
do
have a lot of stagey listeners.
stagey
Stagey
listeners.
people.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, staginess equates to fab life.
It
you know,
really
often
does.
the
And it's
fab
fake
life
it till you
doesn't
make
choose us.
it.
It's
We're
like
always being
impressions.
fab. Yeah.
you know, fab life chooses you, not you choose fab life. So as a dancer, because I know I'm not a dancer. I know. I'm shocked as
I
you
know.
are.
You give it a good go though, don't you,
I
babe?
do. But if you would specialize, like some people, you know, you have your tap. Are you contemporary? Are you ballet? Are you lap? What kind of dancer are you?
Midnight. No. I no, private. That was the joke. Oh.
I still laughed.
Tiny.
Thank
Tiny.
Oh, yeah. I would say I was a jazz dancer.
Jazz.
Jazz or commercial.
Right.
Like
Yes.
Sick.
hip hop.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Quite, I've seen some of your videos. Very
Um,
hippie. You lock and pop.
Music video. Yeah.
Commercial, love
Breaking
that.
it down. Yeah, commercial, I would say.
Love
Was
that.
my favourite and what I was the
Forte.
best at. Yeah.
You're always front and centre.
Do you
Usually
think?
opposition, terrible at tap, full
Oh, really?
like
Well, we
literally-
can, yin and yang.
Well, exactly.
Do you think that you're? Here's a question for you both as dancers. Do you think that you naturally preferred what you did because you were naturally good at it, or were you good at it because you preferred what you did?
I think I was naturally good at it.
And therefore you preferred it.
And then I think what sort of got me into it was, at the time, Steps, S Club 7, you could learn all those dances.
You could
and
learn them all
know
and be in the
So,
music video.
Yeah, and I wanted to be
Yeah.
a dancer in a music video.
Mm.
Whereas, I never
Watched
not
Fred
whether you
Astaire
did.
stuff.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
something I
yeah.
just intook
Yeah,
at that
you're
young
so
age.
right. Yeah.
And like Britney and her dances were just
Yeah,
that
I was like
is
that with
the-
them.
that is the.
I want to be
pinnacle,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I was like that with C'est La Vie by Bewitched. I just wanted
A lot
to
of
be
skipping.
doing that river
Yeah.
dance.
Oh, the river dance.
And
Here I am today. Bewitched has
the Emerald
reformed.
Isle.
Oh my God, we make a great Bewitched.
Wouldn't we
Halloween.
just?
We would.
Some people say I look like my dad.
What, are you serious?
Yeah. Come on, Lauren, you missed the cue.
Sorry, I was waiting for the arm.
So you then moved to London. So what age did you? Is Lane in
It's
London?
in Sidcup, isn't it?
Oh, I love
It's an
Sidcup.
Oh, it's an Epsom. Oh, I'm thinking a
Bird is-
bird.
yeah.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry.
Not the rivals.
Not
Get
the
your
ride.
dance
Oh my
skills
God.
right. Wasn't
Fuming.
Lane the one that everyone said that they just had to stand on scales? I think I've said this before and chant fat dancers don't get work.
Yeah, there's
that a myth?
Some, well,
Maybe we were like
Victoria
our
Beckham,
generation.
Obviously wrote. I haven't actually read her book, but Victoria Beckham went to Lane
Did she?
and did have a very
Famously,
nice time. So
yeah.
I don't know actually what she said. You didn't. I mean, not that it is very. This was also 10 years ago,
Oh.
and lots of things have changed in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I think
in
it's not the
regards
same.
to safeguarding and helping,
Yeah,
making sure people don't have a poorly time with their
yeah.
weight.
And also castability now, like in
Is
shows,
much more
is much more
inclusive.
like the cast look like real people.
Yeah.
You know.
But you did get weighed at the start of every term,
Right.
which that was
Hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. Did they need? But maybe they needed to know our stats.
I think a lot of the time. yeah. who knows?
I don't know. I don't know if that was. But it's not. It's not
It
as
also
if you
used to be on your
You didn't
CD.
step on a scale like
Was it
as you
nerve-wracking?
walked in.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Because I think I just was like away
think
from
for
home
lads-
dancing. I was just like, who cares? Yeah, I can imagine the
yeah, I
whole.
think for lads it's a
yeah.
bit different as well.
Yeah.
You never got weird.
So let's talk about your TikToks.
Mm.
I thought
Love
you
your
were gonna say
TikToks.
tits, so.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your tits.
Let's
Come
get
on.
this out on the table.
So
Your tits.
lockdown happened.
Yeah.
Okay. And you started just putting out videos.
Mm-hmm.
What made you do that?
So, it's been something that I'd wanted to do for
So you always
such
kind
longer
of
time.
liked
I'd wanted
the idea
I'd
of
wanted
doing
to
comedy.
make content or make comedy or you know, I'd watch sitcoms and be like, in like another lifetime, because I was so just focused on musical theatre and dancing. I was like, you can't like divert away.
And when you think you've made your choice, you're like, this is the path I'm on now.
Yeah.
And it's like you feel, and
Yeah.
actually you can stray from the path.
You
Wow.
can stray.
So I thought like, that like in another life I would have made a funny sitcom, or in another life I would have done an impression program,
Yeah.
or I would have done stand up, or I would have done something, or I would have, you know, when YouTube really blew up, I was like, if I'd started YouTube 3 years ago, I
So
would
we
have done
shoulda,
that.
woulda,
Or if I-
coulda,
if
isn't
I'd
it?
done
Yeah.
fine, I would have done that. Anyway, lockdown 3, start of 2021.
Right. So we'd had the big one.
Had the big one.
We'd had the mini one.
Had the
the
mini,
summer one.
the summer one.
No, there was one in
Oh,
November.
the mini. Yeah, exactly. So summer one, then
Yeah.
the mini one.
Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry.
And then we got
a
everything
bonus
shut
one.
again till May.
Yeah.
And like being self-employed and a dancer and a fitness instructor is like the sort of
Did you
other
stay in
day job.
London?
Stayed in London, but I just lost all my jobs again. And I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
amazing.
fun.
Literally nothing left. And I honestly thought, at that new year, I told my friends, I was like, I'm going to really try and just I'm going to give like social media a
Get
go.
some content
Don't
on the
even
go.
know what it
yeah.
would look like, don't know what it will be, but I'm just going to see.
Well, it's interesting because in the first summer lockdown, I started hearing about this TikTok, because that's where it kind of got big. TikTok, it had always been around,
Yeah.
but TikTok was then becoming a thing. And I remember one of my videos of just talking into the camera, saying some random shit that ended up going viral. It was just talking about oranges and easy peelers, but
That was when everyone was using like miming to,
Yeah. So I remember TikTok was just kind of bubbling up to the surface.
Yeah.
So then by the time you came along, bam.
It was everyone had it downloaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone had downloaded it in that first lockdown. They were like, "Oh, what's this?"
Yeah.
Everyone had it, and I sort of told my friends that, and then about 5 days later, I've had my first idea, and I just remember thinking like, I've got literally nothing to lose. I've lost everything.
Yeah.
Work wise and stuff, and if everyone laughs and finds it ridiculous that I've done this, I'm not going to see anyone for 5 months anyway.
So what? And you can delete the vids, like whatever. Yeah.
So there's like January 4th or 5th was like the first video I put up of that third lockdown.
And then so you put up, you're quite, where I like look at you and then other people that are so good online and whatever, and even just write it, I'm like, I'm so lazy. I'm so lazy.
I think you big it up in your head, don't you? Like you've got to put content
but you're
out. And then
disciplined because actually people think it's so easy and it's actually not. It's quite
Yeah.
hard work, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're quite you churn them out, don't you?
Yeah.
I wasn't going to use the word churn because I
No,
didn't know
churn
whether
is-
it would sound
No,
offensive.
we're allowed.
but-
No, that's the correct term.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. You
Yeah.
churn out that content.
Yeah. I did like. I remember. I think I maybe for that first 5 or 6 months, I think I maybe missed a handful of days. Lockdown, quite easy to actually have
Yeah.
something to
be
do each
hungover,
day and and do it.
Yeah.
And then I think I would say I probably put out maybe average 4 a week now.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Still a lot.
Yeah.
Still a lot, and I've sometimes I now can like recognize if I'm stressed about it and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
you're
what,
like,
what
don't
can I
need
put out today?
to.
What can I put out today? I go, just don't do one.
It's
today.
not the
Yeah.
right
It's
one.
not- it's
Yeah.
not gonna.
Oh, that's good.
What's your favourite TikTok video? Because I've got a few standouts. I mean, one of my favourites, I don't want to give them, but Take Me Back. Take Me Back.
Take me
My
back on holiday.
friend Mikey, he posted an Instagram of his holiday and he just put Take Me Back. And I sent him Chris's video of going, Take me back. Oh, take me back. And he was like, you fucking savage little bitch.
Yeah.
He was like, you've really got me there. He was like, because I was like, it's so true.
You were like,
I
yeah, I
love
thought you were being
that.
funny.
I love when people drip feed their holiday.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
Like, this time 3 weeks ago, I was standing outside this pizzeria, and it's just like it's like such mundane holiday content. Like, 34 days ago,
Yeah.
we were here, and it's just like, it's not even that special a place you were.
No.
Well, obviously, it was lovely. You were there, but
The pizza tastes like shite as
Yeah,
well. They were
yeah,
like,
or like-
wasn't even that nice, but just like the service and the view of the
yeah.
sea.
And I love.
Take me back.
I can't believe 5 weeks ago we were here. You were.
Why can't you? Why
Were.
can't you?
You were there. Can't believe it. You just like. I think it's brilliant. If 10 days ago I was here, would you not?
You're
not
not.
now.
You're really with me.
Look forward into the future.
It's
Do you know what I
such
mean?
like mum chat, I always think.
Yeah.
It's like classic mum chat, isn't it? So now when you hear your mum say stuff like that, you're like, what are you on about, mum?
Another one I love is wish I was back here in green shorts or something. Like a detail of the photo. Wish I was back, and it's really specific.
Yeah.
So like, wish I was back in green shorts with a Fanta lemon, and it's like so like just so like specific, but like you just wanted to put the photo up.
It's
but
just a thirsty pic they forgot about.
literally.
Yeah, and I would do that, but I would just say
Here's
I'm
me in my
uploading a
pants.
picture because I'm
thirsty.
gratuitously uploading
Yeah.
a picture on my holiday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
I used to do that all the time when I was single, especially as well. And I was like, had nothing else to do but take pictures of myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you scroll back at my Insta,
Wow,
fantastic.
I feel seen. Had nothing else to do but take pictures of myself when I was single. Well, I'll drink to that.
He's like currently in that phase. Anyway.
But I want to talk to you because then you went into stand-up. And I remember we had chats about your first stand-up gig. So you did it a bit of a
What a
different way
crossover.
round.
Yeah, you can do it that way around now.
Well,
It's
yeah, you
amazing.
can. Because back in my day, back in my day, when I first started stand-up, you couldn't put anything online, like, or you weren't supposed to or whatever. And now, like, there's so many online people who are funny that are now essentially being able to sell out their own show of doing stand-up. But you when was your first stand-up? Was it 2021?
Yeah.
That's just the sound of Lauren
Yeah,
opening
Sorry
her.
about
Should we
that.
all open our gin?
Yeah,
Cheers.
let's get this out of the way. Poor
You
Tash
really
is gonna
went
have to
quiet
edit
and it was
that.
like...
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
So you started...
Oh, beautiful.
Had you always wanted to do
Stunning.
stand-up?
Yeah, always wanted to do it.
Okay, that's the end of that topic then.
I always wanted to do it, but I remember thinking, there's no like, I was, a bit blue musical theatre. It can make you a bit blue, and you can like I've put in so much work. I'm like 20. How old was I before COVID? 28, 29, and I was like, no, I've been doing this for 8 years now. Like I can't pivot and go and try something else. Like I'll be, it's just too much. Now I'm here. I can't go back and up again.
Yeah.
But I always thought like in another life, or if I could do it again.
That's
or,
what I would
or there's
be
a
doing,
there's a parallel like me on another earth who's a stand-up. But I just sort of just left, just sort of left it. And then after when it came out of COVID, people were asking me. They were like, "Oh, can you come and do a live show? Can you do you do stand-up?" And I kept saying,
Because people
no,
will
no,
Google
no.
you, they'll be following you and they'll be like, this guy, I've got to see his live stuff.
Surely, yeah.
And then it doesn't exist and they're like, what? You know what I mean? Sure.
Surely.
Surely they'd be Googling me.
They were Googling me, surely.
Our confidence is really rubbing off. You know?
But then I got asked, my friend asked me to do he was like, just come and do 5 minutes, just come and do something.
The longest
for my
5
show.
minutes of your
Yeah, he
life.
was just do something. And I just thought.
Were you
I don't-
terrified?
Oh, yeah.
It's so nerve-wracking the first.
Much
know
more
what?
scary than getting on stage. Like getting on stage and dancing, for example, it's just like you've been doing it your whole life.
Yeah.
So you get
and
a bit of fun.
And you're part of a group a lot of the time. And
You know
can-
that
you
you've
can-
rehearsed.
Yeah. And you're almost still hiding behind
the
what
lights
it
are in your
is.
face. Yeah, you
like,
can't see anyone.
We're all
Well, I always
in New
remember.
York dancing. But you're still not you.
Yeah.
You're something
Yeah.
else.
Oh, yes.
So I always
so
remember
true.
years ago when I first started, someone was like, right, with stand-up, it is so pure in the sense that if you're in a show, even a comedy show or whatever, and you're in a play or you're a dancer in such and such, you can hide behind the choreographer, the director, the lighting, the stage, the way it's
costume,
written, the writer. He said, with stand-up, you are the writer, you're the choreographer, you're the director, you're the and it's literally. So that is why when it goes well, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You're like, hubba hubba.
The biggest high, 'cause it's all you. Yeah.
I've said hubba hubba in my life.
I think we're all going to say it
Let's
now.
bring it back, baby girl.
But then when it goes bad, you're like, bubba bubba.
Yeah.
So it's like because you don't have anyone to blame.
Yeah.
I mean, you try and find someone to blame, the audience, but
I don't think the
can't.
mic was on. I
You know,
still
if
think
people
it was
find
on.
something funny, they'll laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is beyond true. But also the flip of that coin is when you are musical theatre, you have to fit into so many other people's boxes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And, so many other people's decisions of you, how tall you are, how this
Yeah,
you
so
are,
you have
all
less
this.
control and yeah.
I was told so many times, I'm not tall enough, or I'm a bit too camp, or this, or whatever, or my leg doesn't go up super high, but we liked this about you, but it's not that, and da-da-da. And then what's actually the sort of when I do feel a bit like nervous or a bit overwhelmed or whatever, I hold on to the fact that actually I can go on stage in whatever I want to wear. I can speak. I can literally, if I don't like that, if I did that joke last night and actually I didn't like it, I don't have to do it tonight. Whereas you can't really
No
change a dance move.
Yeah.
So if you like reframe it, the sort of because it's all you is actually really freeing and really.
Yeah.
And don't you wish you
nice.
had that like mindset when you were auditioning, when you were younger? I often think that if I was auditioning now, I'd treat it like so differently
Oh my
because
God.
you're owning who you are all of a sudden. God, we're really like
halfway through 2021, hadn't had an audition for ages, and then I had one came through and it was great. And I hadn't done any stand-up or anything yet, but I'd had some like interesting conversations, those fun conversations that don't go anywhere,
Don't
but
go
they
anywhere,
are really good. And like following was building, which is nice. Everyone was sort of saying, we love your videos. And I went to this audition. I danced all the way through, did really well, and then I went in to sing. And I kind of was like, stood there, and I was like, there's like a panel of like 5 people. And I remember being like, why am I sort of wanting to be like, please, can I fit into your show?
Yeah.
It's an amazing show, and obviously I would have taken it if I got it. But I remember thinking like, I'm stood here going like, please, can I be in your show? Do I fit in with you?
I'll do anything, to fit.
Do I fit what you want me to be? Whereas actually, in this little TikTok world, everyone likes me for what I already am.
It's interesting because
which is really nice.
I had that very same moment on stage doing stand-up. I always remember I was in Liverpool doing new material at the Hot Water Comedy Club, which is now has gone stratospheric. It used to be this tiny little club in Liverpool. Now it's got like massive theatre space. It's huge. And I used to go on stand-up and be like, oh God, they're going to hate me. They're going to hate me. And I go on and I'd be like, please like me, please like me. And then I got on and I did this new material. And I remember saying to them, I was like, do you know what? Fucking whatever. I was like, and I went, this is all new stuff, so strap yourselves in. It might be shit. And I was, and they all went, and I remember it was like an epiphany that I had, where it was like, I was like, I'm going on stage going, please like me. And now it's like it was the other way around, where it's like, actually, if you don't like me, whatever.
Sod
no
you.
one
Good.
good.
Then people instantly go,
To be fair, I'm always like, what could go
Hubba,
wrong
hubba.
if they don't like you? And it's like, it's not the end of the world. It's not nice. It is a bit like, oh God. I mean, luckily, I've not died on my arse for it.
Yeah.
You have bad gigs, but recently, touch wood. Oh God, I'm annoyed I've said that now because that's going to happen. But, there are times where you're like, it's like you said, you just go out there and now you're like, it's authenticity though. That's what I think. It's authenticity.
That's why it is these TikTok videos are helpful. And like you can often see actually.
It's yourself.
Yeah,
it's you.
people are like liking you because you're just throwing yourself out there. Yeah, you might be doing like funny voices sometimes and like taking the piss out of what people say. But like for the most part, you can tell people who are doing that genuinely. Because sometimes you do see a video of someone like repeating one you've seen a million times and you're like, you didn't need to do that one, actually.
Yeah.
Because I prefer you when you're doing your own shit.
Yeah, it does really well. Because I've had like meetings with people at TikTok, whatever, and they kind of go like, what do you want to do next? Like, and I was like, oh, I think I should just keep
plowing on.
Just kind of doing what I do. Because I feel if I try and smash the algorithm and do this and do that, I feel like other people do that really well. And if I stop doing what I like doing or what I feel good doing, then people won't.
I think we need to get you like
yeah.
I could see you like on red carpets interviewing That's the next step for you. I could
Bit of
like
interview present.
funny interviewing some of the celebs.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that.
Oh my God, let's get you. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Get me down to that studio, Lee.
I nearly went. Oh, let's get you doing that. And then I thought
That's
I
exactly
have
what you
no
do, isn't
control
it?
doing that. And
I am not an agent.
and also, if I did, I want to do that
do it
myself.
It used to be a
will
thing though where
say-
people used to turn up. That's how you got to do those gigs, and it was like brutal. Way back when.
Oh my, wow.
You'd show up and you just had to fight through. And if you got an interview with
You were
someone,
there.
because they would just walk straight past you, and whoever got a good interview, like Brad Pitt or whatever, they'd
You
get
were
their
in.
interview shown. Yeah, like freelance, mad. Anyway, sorry, I
Oh.
totes interrupted
No,
you.
no,
Then.
no. I was going to say, we did chat right before my first gig. We were chatting, and I have to say, Lee, you've.
What was your
the
advice?
best? No, I just have the best memory of you just being really supportive.
Oh.
Just such a lovely,
Makes a change.
such a lovely friend. I feel
Don't ruin my image.
helping somebody else get into comedy.
Yeah, no. Well, do you know what?
And
Because
since then as well,
it's so
you've just been a lovely
competitive.
friend in comedy
Thanks,
for me.
Lee.
Well, it's so competitive. And actually, I was never one of those comedians that enjoyed watching a comic die on stage.
Oh God.
Unless I was really good friends with them and I know that they're like a really good comedian. And I'm like, oh my God, you just had like a terrible gig. How funny. Like we all have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would hate it if I saw someone on there and was just dying.
Died on their
because
ass. Yeah.
you know the best comedians ever have died on their ass, like so it's not something to judge anyway. But I always remember, like, because I remember how nervous I was and still get. Like, I didn't do stand-up for a long time. I had a massive break during COVID and before that. So then I went back into stand-up afterwards and I was nervous. Like,
Yeah.
I hated it. Because I didn't hate it, but I was like, I hated the feeling of, like, have you sat there beforehand? I'm like, why do I put
Yeah.
myself through this?
There's like a
It's like
shot of
weird.
adrenaline, or like
Yeah.
or just before the adrenaline kicks in, maybe, where you're just like, oh my God, can I run out the back door?
Yeah. Can I leave? Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Is this ever going to take off? Like what?
But I came to see you in a gig in Manchester, and it was
Yes.
fabulous. You smashed it. And then was this the last time we saw each other? It will have
I
been
think so. Yeah.
karaoke. We did karaoke.
Of course.
Yeah,
Where did you ended up at a karaoke?
I turned up.
Can I just say,
You tell the
shout
story.
out to Manchester.
Oh, it's such.
I'm beaming because I love Manchester so much.
It's the
it's
best.
the
I used to live there. I
best.
loved
It's the
it.
best.
Yeah.
And it was so, yeah, we just done this, and we done it was an LGBT gig, wasn't it? So it was like about 5 or 6 comedians at Brewers in Manchester.
And I'm doing it with
yeah.
you in
Well, yeah.
March.
We'll post
talk
it.
about
We'll
that.
Yeah, we'll
post it.
plug that at the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bloody plug your stuff.
So we just done it, yeah, and it was a great gig. And then it was the height of summer in July, and that gay village in the sun. If
Oh.
you told me I was in Mallorca, or honestly, if I was in heaven, if I'd passed,
Not the one in Soho.
not the Soho one, if I had actually passed over,
Passed away.
and I was in heaven, I believe you.
Mm.
I remember just going outside, everyone's just drinking on the
You'd
street.
be in hell.
Yeah, yeah.
You ain't getting
Just
to
so
heaven.
you know, actually. But and it's just fab, isn't it?
It's so
and
fab.
We were just bar hopping, and then
You don't have to go inside, only when you need a wee.
Yeah.
Great.
And what compared to London, if you don't like this bar, there's one next door.
Oh, it's so good.
And then,
Yeah,
if you
it
don't,
is
and then if you
literally-
don't like that one, there's one next door to that. And then, do you think it ends there?
Nay,
There's
nay.
about 10 of them. It's absolutely
What incredible.
unreal. So I was with a group of girls, and you were with a couple of your friends.
Yeah.
And then, so we've been in the Brewers and next door, and then one of my friends was like, "Want to go do karaoke?" I actually don't think. Maybe it was even just we might have serendipitous.
Do you like karaoke?
I do, and less people. Oh, this could be.
This could be, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Should
we
we
can
put a pin in it, or should I do it?
Well,
Do it.
we're going to ask you room 101.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we say? I save it. I do like karaoke, but let's come back.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. I think I might even serendipitously just fell into this karaoke
Great
thing.
way of saying that after 2
So all
gins.
singing,
Mm-hmm.
really good, really busy, and then I got a text from Lee. He's like, "Where have you gone?" And we were next bar downstairs, and I was like, "I'm not sure Lee's gonna come."
I mean, did you say the word karaoke?
I didn't know whether Lee would like. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
And then you came down. these eagle eyes scouting out, and a couple of somebody was on stage singing terribly.
Yeah.
I think it wasn't
Yeah.
quite
Terrible.
the vibe. It wasn't
Yeah,
quite the vibe.
No,
Wasn't.
bad.
Was it a ballad?
I don't know what
You're
it
not
was.
allowed
I
to
think
sing
I think
ballads.
it was very just completely.
There was
the wrong
it was a
key.
duet. It was a duet.
Yeah, it
I
was
thought,
dreadful.
this
And
is
his
terrible.
face, yeah, his face,
I was like, what
his
the
face
hell?
said 1,000 words.
Of course.
And I was like, I think Lee might just bounce. I thought you might leave. I thought you might take your friends and go. Fine. I've had a great night. Never mind.
Mm.
And then he comes, I think maybe another glass of wine later, or whatever you're drinking. I've put my request in. And I was like, what are you singing? And you went, well, it's a bit
Did
of
he
a...
get his list out?
He goes,
Usually do,
what did you say? It divides a crowd. You never know how this one goes down. People either love it or they hate it.
It's true.
It wins over the room or it completely dies on its arse.
Yeah.
And
He's giving this
I was like, I
monologue
thought,
and they're
what
like,
on earth?
Lee
But no, but he talks to you like he's a sort of like a Russian spy, or like he talks to you like he sort of like appeared. I put my request in, and it either wins over the room,
Yeah.
or I'll be shunned from the village.
It's a risk.
Yeah.
It's a risk.
As if he's like robbing the crown jewels or something.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to do it.
Basement in Canal Street.
The prize will be, next level. But anyway, so then it goes, next up, the drag queen says, next up is Lee, and Stan by Eminem
Oh, it's fantastic.
comes on the screen.
Yeah.
And you can see around the room people go, really? This
Come
one?
on now.
The Dido one?
Well,
Really? People are like, oh, a little titter of
Yeah,
anticipation. Can this well put together? I think you're wearing maybe not this shirt, but one of its cousins.
probably.
A lovely
One
soft,
of his cousins.
a lovely soft floral shirt that we all know
Yeah.
Mr. Peart turns up in.
Yeah. Love it.
Can we just say
Likes
as
to
well,
blend
at
in.
this point, the drag queen saw that it was Stan, saw, oh, this is tricky. It's
I bet they're
rap.
pushing you
Oh.
back,
And with
It's
Mr.
tricky. It's rap.
It's rap.
I don't know if you know.
It is a tricky song
Yeah.
to perform.
3 big verses.
And what was the curveball that the drag queen said, are you sure you want to do this? Because the monitor that displays the lyrics
Bit
for
slow.
some reason is upside down.
Yeah.
Can you read the lyrics upside down? I said, I don't need the lyrics.
I don't need
She said,
the
and
lyrics.
she said, if you can do this song, with that upside down, I'll get you a shot. I said, step aside.
Sure.
He did his Maggie.
Step aside.
Voldemort, Maggie Thatcher, and his Queen Elizabeth all in one. Step aside.
There's a video where
Step
Chris is like,
inside.
Chris is watching this and he's like in total disbelief.
Word for word.
Was it
Because
one of
people,
those
people have been doing like wannabe and like
Don't go breaking
Yeah.
my heart.
and
classics?
having to go upside down to look at the monitor. So people have been singing like this. I think my friend did "How Do I Live," and she was like
no.
upside down going, "How do I?" Sang lovely, but like no performance. No performance when someone's trying to hang upside down. Lee sang, rapped. Because you didn't do the Dido bits, because you just needed
No, I
a
did
bit.
both.
Did you? I thought you might need.
I always
like a
do
little
both.
You
moment.
did both.
No.
Is it? Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to rap, but I can't do it. And you did Stan, start to finish, flawlessly.
Amazing.
And it
Posh.
absolutely
Yeah.
tore the roof.
The
Jaw
risk paid off.
on
The
the-
risk
The
paid off.
risk paid off. It was absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a video of me in disbelief.
He's like,
Amazing. Let's
Point-
dig it out
Yeah.
for the Insta.
Oh my
And
God.
I bet you enjoyed
Demi,
that.
This is slim. No, what's the end? What's
the end, there he goes.
Towards the end, yeah.
come to think about it, his name was It Was You. Damn.
There's a bit in it that like you sort
Shut up, bitch. I'm trying to talk.
It's really abusive.
What is it? Jenna? Like you sort of you did it with a bit of theatricality.
If my girlfriend's going to have a daughter, guess what I'm going to call her? I'm going to name her Bonnie.
Yeah. Oh my God!
It's the abusive straight
Absolutely.
stuff.
It was
yeah.
one of the. It was one. Well,
It was art.
It was
art.
art. Absolutely.
I've also seen him
Highlight
do
of
it
my
though.
summer
hammered.
Mm,
I
yeah.
couldn't quite keep
Oh,
up.
maybe
No.
you were that one
I was,
drink
yeah. If
before.
I would have
You've
been
got to be
tipped
on that
over-
level.
Yeah. If How Do I Live had come just before that.
Yeah. After
would've
that
probably-
blue aftershock he got for free, I bet.
Yeah.
He was just over the
Well,
edge. You know?
so room 101 very quickly because we're running out of time. Oh, my God, we've
Oh.
I feel like we
God.
just
Need a
talked
bumper
about my
episode.
karaoke for the last 10 minutes.
No.
But what?
Perfect.
So room 101, what would you put in it?
So I would definitely put people who sing ballads at karaoke.
Get him in there.
101.
I'm with you on that. That
Eh,
gets my vote.
If you're going to sing In the Arms of the Angel or
It's always-
Mad World.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Or
Bette
like-
Midler, The Rose.
anything like
It's
that.
always that.
We're here for a good time, and
Yeah.
like
Well, I love
maybe
a ballad.
totally. But if we're
I'd
so,
stop you though.
so you bet. So the ballad singer better come with some vocals.
Yes, exactly.
But there's also different ballads.
Yeah, there's different types.
Total Eclipse of the Heart. We can all
Yeah,
join
yeah,
in.
yeah.
A
Turn
power ballad.
around.
Yeah.
But
Well,
if
I
you-
do.
you know,
I
if you
don't know
come
if
on
it's
and
a
go,
ballad. I do Desiree Life. Is that a
Oh
ballad?
no, that's
Oh, no.
life. You can definitely sway.
Alive. That's like middle
Yeah,
of the road
yeah.
though. That's
But if
fine.
if you've come with
Never Ever.
oh, that's fine. No, that's a mid tempo. Mad World.
Yeah,
Arm-
Mad World.
in the arms.
Who's done that before?
of
That's
the angel.
terrible.
I've been there.
It's always when someone's died and that song reminds me
Yeah.
of the great granddad. It's
I'm
always
not
that.
having that though. Not in
know.
a fucking 4 a.m.
Yeah.
in Stoke-on-Trent and you're doing
Exactly.
karaoke. Like, we don't care about your granddad.
And
No, I know
Yeah.
we don't. It's the truth. It's the cold hard truth.
yeah, ballads and I've got another one.
Go on.
For room 101.
When you're people who aren't ready for the X-ray at an airport. You've been in this queue.
And
You've
you've
been
not
in
got your
this queue
belt
for 15
off.
minutes. Get your belt off.
Yeah.
Get your toiletries out your bag now.
Oh my!
Yeah.
I've got a similar one.
And
You have a
be
full-
ready because we all want to
Yeah.
get through. You've been stood here for ages.
Oh my
Don't come
God.
on here. And also, if you've got 2 bags of toiletries and you need to give your husband one, oh yeah, do that
it
at home.
In the queue. Yeah.
In the queue, we've been
Yeah.
here.
And even worse, at a coffee shop, massive long queue. Get to the front of the queue. What can I get you? Oh, what do I want? And you're like, fucking hell! And you're sat literally behind her, and I'm like, we've been here for 10 minutes because the fucking person who wanted to carry on macchiato, whatever, took so long.
There's a lot you can do in that.
There's a
queue.
lot.
There's a
It's like
lot.
walking into the tube and not getting your contactless out. It's
Get-
like, oh my God, I'm in the tube.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was walking into here.
I didn't plan for this. Right. We are just
Have you
going to do
got
a
it?
very quick shout out to WhatsApp group names. We had some
Oh,
funny
yeah,
ones sent in.
hilarious.
One was called Don't Talk Shit because apparently she slags off all. This is Laura. She slags off all her workmates because they talk shit.
It
So
sounds
it's
like the rant.
Yeah.
we
We've got one
have.
called Rant. We had a stagey one. My friend who also does musical theatre, Kate, she's in a WhatsApp group called Banter of the Opera.
You're only allowed to send like stagey puns or
It's
something.
like
do you know
Jesus
what I mean?
Christ. I mean, that's so stagey. It's almost acceptable. It's
Yeah.
like it's you know.
It's too much.
What
We've
else
also
did we
got
have?
a nice fun one. It's got a winky face in the end. I wonder if that's part of the title. 4 Fingers of Fun. The thing is, these all have origins, so you know that's a Hinge story and it's come
Yeah.
back and someone's like, that's getting changed to the name. Another one is Don't Get Sex on My Feet.
Don't get sex on my feet.
So someone said that.
Private joke
Piss, haven't
somehow.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this one is the most boring, but it's all like just really made me laugh. That time when Tony had an allergic reaction to dark rum.
Brilliant. It's
That's
actually
all
reminded
one
me.
sentence because there's
I've
not
got a
enough
WhatsApp
letters.
group with 2 of my friends that I set up years ago, and I like it was just for something so menial, and I was like, oh, and it said WhatsApp group name. I thought, oh, and I just called it Blah, and now we always go, I messaged you on Blah. Like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's just called Blah. Do you have
Love
any?
that. Yeah, well, I've got one. Well, me and my group of friends, I'm not going to say I'm embarrassed, but it is called The Plastics.
Oh, fantastic. Have you got a book as well?
No, that's coming. Book deal. No joking. And then I feel like you've got loads of them that from that time when making new WhatsApp groups were really fun.
For anything.
Whereas now when
Yeah.
they're like, someone makes a new one
You're
now,
like,
you're
"Oh,
like,
not again."
"Oh, really?
Can you not?
I feel I've got like a bit of mundane ones. I feel we have like loads of ones that like dinner tonight, dinner
And then they never
Friday,
get
dinner.
deleted.
And then I've
do
got
they?
one called Dins with a Z, generally, and
With a
Dins
Z.
generally has just stood the test of time, and it's just like
Dins generally. Oh yeah, because that's quite
Not
generally.
generally.
Yeah, not too specific.
but it's still quite specific because it's a specific group of people.
Yeah.
So we always
Yeah.
have to message on DINs generally, and then
Yeah.
message the people that aren't in DINs generally.
Well, do you know what I like?
my
A
God,
broadcast message. Do you ever use that feature?
yeah.
God.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Going back to the BBM
You can
days.
do one big long message, but you do it a broadcast
Yeah.
message, and it gets sent to each people
Nice.
Oh my God,
individually.
Claire.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Broadcast. Right, very quickly, we've got
Quick
quickfire rounds.
fire.
This is called Straight Up or On the Rocks. We do this with all our guests.
Okay.
Are you ready?
So
Got to answer quickly.
straight up, I like it. On the rocks, I don't like it.
Well,
No,
we'll, don't worry. We'll give you two things. You have to pick the
Oh,
first
fine,
thing that
fine,
comes to your
fine, fine,
mind.
fine, fine.
Night in and night out.
Night out.
Cocktail or fizz.
Cocktail,
But
but not a sweet one.
Okay, zesty maybe.
Yeah, zesty, bitter, or something
Margarita. So
smoky.
you don't like a little
I
bit,
love a margarita.
but
not,
no agave syrup.
no agave. Never a porn star. Too sweet.
Never too sweet.
Yeah.
Teeth falling out. Film or theatre.
Film.
Pepsi or Coke.
Coke.
Lights on or lights off.
Lights off.
This is a lights off body.
Yeah.
I always like to think to myself. City break or pool holiday.
Ooh, city break with a pool. Barcelona.
Yeah, rooftop. Love it. Beyonce or Adele.
Beyonce.
You hateful cat.
I know. So that was,
He does. He's put that one in.
I
on
know.
purpose.
That's really tough.
Dress up or comfies.
Comfies.
We can see that.
Yeah. I didn't know there'd be a multi-camera shot today.
Full stage lighting. Dance or sing.
Dance.
Top or bottom.
And you can
What I identify as or what I'd like.
you can interpret it
You
in
can
any way.
interpret,
Doesn't
could be a
nec-
bunk.
Yeah. Oh, actually. Oh, yeah. Bottom.
Great. Coffee or tea.
Coffee.
Ooh. Sweet or savoury.
Savoury.
Morning or night owl.
What was
Oh, that's our time.
Train went past
Right.
if you could
morning
hear
or night out? Night
Yeah.
owl.
Oh yeah. Straight up or on the rocks.
Straight up.
Love it.
What a gorgeous episode. You can follow Chris. You've got a podcast coming out as well. You've already got one that's out, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's called
Unguilty
Unguilty
Pleasure.
Pleasures. If you
Yeah.
like this, which I'm sure you did, please go and check out Chris's podcast. Check out his Instagram,
Yeah.
TikTok. Check out his live dates. We're doing a gig together in March.
Yes, I do a comedy night with my friend Mark Bittlestone. It's called LGBT He He. It's a celebration of queer comedy.
Let's go.
Manchester, 17th of February. London, Lee Peart will be appearing on the bill. Super excited. And that's the 15th of March.
We can share all these on our story as well and
Yeah, yeah,
tag
yeah.
you in it so people can find it
100%.
very easily. But in the meantime, I mean,
This
let's
was-
jet off for another G because I think
For
it's all
another
run
G.
out.
Just gin, by the way.
Gin,
If any
sorry.
gays listening, just to clarify that we're not on G.
Just gin and
Oh, we
tonic,
are in
yeah.
fire.
yeah.
We are in
There's a
fire
lot of
nightclub.
G lingering
Yeah,
around.
just in the atmosphere.
You could just smell it,
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise, this has been episode 44 of season 2 of
Fab Life.
With Lauren and Lee and Chris.
Yay!